Always hurt the one you love, the one you shouldn't hurt.
Our hope was to bond a little sister to a single protector, so she had to be expendable in case of error. As we were fabricating a father bond, we couldn't really afford to have the girl's parents asking around. So, Fontaine's orphanages provided, and the procedure was an unprecedented success. If I had only known who the child was, Eleanor, I'm so sorry.
Speak up!
Technologies being developed here at Fontaine Futuristics. Anything is possible. The power of the gods is yours. All of our procedures are quick, painless, and safe.
Gee, thanks, Doc. I feel amazing. Never felt better. Wow.
The results are clear. Invest today in plasmid technology.
As I recall from my time doing business with the owners, that oxyfill station out there's just a front for a kinda hidden passage leading down below. If Lamb's hiding Eleanor from you, that's where she'll be.
I'm afraid the lights in here sting my eyes terribly now. Until you arrive to deal with me, they will remain off. Please, locate the breakers and flip them, and then return here to restore power. Sophia believes the perfect human altruist is just a formula, waiting on us to solve for X. Intelligence and consciousness are not the same, she argued. Awareness of self naturally becomes obsession with it. So, if we could suppress my sense of self, but imbue me with the cognitive capacity to serve the common welfare, we could thereby generate the first utopian. And then, Sophia said, at long last, utopia would follow.
Dr. Alexander has agreed to accept both measures of the new utopian project. He will become a kind of genetic chimera, host to all the minds of Rapture, accessing their talents and memories via the Adam we have gathered. And deriving in part from Project WYK, I have developed a new set of behavioral constraints. Dr. Alexander will live to promote the common good. His love and loyalty shall be spread evenly across the entire human race. For me, that is discipline at great personal cost. For him, at last, it will be instinct.
Sophia and I knew that to create the first true utopian would come at a high cost, my friend. We needed someone to be host to all that Adam, Rapture's finest minds, a willing subject, that is to say, myself. Whatever you may have seen inside the tank, that was indeed me. I fear the fate of Eleanor Lamb will be less physical, but no less grotesque. This tank for deep-sea life is the ideal way to dispose of me. But first, you must retrieve enough adamant-fused plant life to lure me out. The slugs feed on the stuff, and it's all I seem to want now. I have left a sample here, so you know what to look for.
I see you out there, Delta. You want to be top man? You want to sit in the big chair? Well, come and take it.
Well, listen, son, those override keys you've been hunting are genetically encoded. And to get to Eleanor, you're gonna need one from Alex the Great in there. First things first, we gotta pin him down. Find those plants he mentioned, and lure him back out.
We can't have you running around the laboratories in your condition.
Poor things. What a life. Marching around, playing daddy, until some splicer manages to kill off their sister. And then if the coma doesn't take them, they turn maniac. Nothing left to do but scream. No offense intended, son. We better get you to Eleanor on the double.
Your body begins to tear itself apart. The compulsion to find Eleanor will drive you to madness or coma. You have no claim on her. Your design was among Rapture's greatest sins. And yet, you persist. Why?
Well, that's the end of the Alpha series. The pair bond simply worked too well. That madwoman Tannenbaum bit the company hand, turning some of the bonded sisters human again. Others were lost to splices. Either way, the trauma proved too much for the bonded protectors, resulting in unreasoning rage or coma. We can harness their suicidal aggression as foot soldiers, but no more, I'm afraid. Today I saw one kneeling near a gatherer's garden and crying.
You gotta time out! I'm taking him, Mr. Still the Adam, Daddy? Over there. Here's the angel. Why do you need sunshine with angels? I'll make you light as feathers again. I'm a big girl, Mr. B.
Give her in. Why are you dragging out?
At least read our pamphlet.
One more for the family. You think I'm backed up? Sure. You keep shaking that.
Where angels fall, the roses grow tall. Soon, Daddy, soon. Ta-da! Come on, Dad. I'm always safe with Dad.
Wherever you are, man's looking at you.
My skin. How I long for one night in a warm, clean bed. Is that too much to ask? Not in this house.
I'm trying to think here.
It's this way.
I move around east. No, you.
That child, you monster!
I'm a
Shadows
doctor.
won't hide you.
Daddy's giving you golden parties. Here's the angel.
illegal! It's illegal!
Don't laugh.
I think you're very simple. Daddy, are you taking me home too? See the light in the tunnel? Right, I see Daddy. Mr. Ruffles, hurry! Thank you. Way!
Mother has destroyed Dr. Alexander. She tried to splice him into some kind of living saint who would calculate the common good and adhere to it tirelessly. But now he's become something unspeakable. Mother's philosophy is just as corrupt as Ryan's. By her standards, it would be better to have the entire world equally miserable than to allow us to strive in our own behalf. I have to get out of here.
Ask yourself, Mr. Meltzer, is it better to be summarily executed as an outsider caught within these grounds, or to be united not just with your daughter Cindy, but with the Rapture family as well? The choice is yours. I urge you to accept the Protector program. You will live.
This is where they bound us together, Father. Plain God, you were the only good thing that Rapture ever gave me.
The Howlers! I've wits on my side!
This angel's lonely.
She was not meant to have a father, Delta. She was to be an heir to my life's work. And this is where they changed her, bonding her to you. The child she was died in this room.
Unzip him, Daddy!
No negotiation! Hand her over!
Even Daddy's toys have toys.
We put our eldest sister through a new regimen of physical and mental conditioning and suited her up with modified protector equipment of my design. The younger ones have dubbed her a big sister. Sadly, this is a stopgap. Between rogue splicers and the aging of the girls, we'll run out of viable little sisters soon. After that, the surface may be our only source.
I know who you are, and you don't scare me! Who are you? What are you? Get away from here! This?
All right, sport, time to feed the fish. Head on back to Alexander's tank and put those plants in.
Poor Gilbert. It was his will to die, Delta. To serve the majority by protecting them from his lunacy. Your entire journey here is based on your refusal to do the same. Will you grant his request, knowing that he served the family?
Rebirth, huh? Sure, you live forever, but minus your body. I like my body, kid. I don't feature the idea of my memories and personality being stored in the head of some saintly child, like just one more dusty old book in the library.
Daddy! Over there! We have Adam, Daddy! Sleepy angels shine, Adam shine. Sometimes the rosies spill all over everywhere. It's just a little bit scaredy angel. Angels remember, so we remember.
Nation? Yeah? Am I gonna say no? Okay, so I'll stay here.
Daddy! You always save me from the monsters. Thank you.
The girls are whispering, Father. They've left you a present at the Gatherer's Garden. Take it.
Your enemies. Shatter them into 1,000 pieces. traps for unsuspecting enemies. Lure your foes into deadly ambushes. Summon a swarm of insects. Laugh as they seek out hidden enemies. Plant a decoy to distract foes. Watch as they attack the wrong man. Even the odds with a harder-working decoy. Watch as it reflects damage back on distracted foes. Get the most out of your investment. Damage by the decoy is returned to you as health.
You're stealing! I know it.
You want more toxic? You won't face me, will you? Huh?
Writing down your name, you filth!
Deep sea life catchment system online.
Notice to all employees. Subject Delta is hereby dismissed. Escort them from the premises! No. I don't want How dare you try to buy me out with this bribe, this penance, this sublime... God damn you, Delta!
Perfect, son. You reeled him in. Now, use that console there to take a gene sample. It should print up a genetic key automatically.
Who are you, woman?
The key's all ready. Go on and take it. You got the key to Lamb's hideout, sport. Eleanor's down there. Now just head out to the Oxyphil station and use it.
It is done. The sample disposal button on the panel in front of you will administer a massive jolt of electricity to the tank. More than enough to kill me. Whatever I may say to dissuade you, do not listen. The man whose voice you hear now is long gone. As my mind fades, I find my thoughts turn to the suffering that Eleanor will be made to endure, and I am overcome with pity. But I can only offer my feeble prayers. Perhaps after my death, you can do more. Now, please, I ask you to grant me peace. Goodbye, my friend, and thank you.
Here's another and another. The artery.
Touch me? You dare?
Eleanor's condition may be a blessing in disguise. Early splicing tests indicate 0 genetic damage due to her condition as a little sister. It appears that she is our new vessel. This will be no mere personality schism, though. Rapture's genius will be held within her DNA, able to shift into desired patterns at will. A utopian cannot be
Persephone, we're finally here. Find Eleanor, son, and fast. Her mama's got all Rapture dying to keep you two apart.
me. I'm trapped in a cage. Something's wrong.
I wonder, Delta, do you know why you are here? Have you any idea what my daughter has given you? As I watch you now, I envy your ignorance. You still believe.
Persephone, secret home of Sinclair Solutions. I bet against Andy Ryan's vision of harmony and rapture, offered him a quiet place to send anybody who wasn't working out, and now I'm sitting on my own private think tank. Technically, Utopia shouldn't have much use for a detention facility, but if you do business as long as I have, well, you learn to pick a brand name from the writing on the wall. That's her, son, Eleanor Lamb. No matter what you might be feeling right now, this is business. Get that cage open. She's coming with us.
Quarantine seal disengaging. Please stand by.
How will she remember us after this moment? I have placed my pieces on the board, as expected, as have you. Is this what she hoped for? Mother and father, locking eyes. Yet still we are blind. Goodbye, Subject Delta. And take heart, for you, at least, have escaped your legacy.
Hurry now! Quarantine chamber's waiting on you. Get in there! What are you waiting for, kid?
Your secret waiting or hear of me.
Look at her, Delta. 10 years, and still she dreams of you.
50 seconds remaining.
Do you know why Eleanor brought you here? She wanted a father. So she found a way to restore you in body and mind. And she has been watching you ever since, exalting your every act as gospel. The girl lying on that bed is no longer my child, nor my life's work. She is a monster, shaped by you alone. Just as she has always wanted.
20 seconds remaining.
But there is one detail of your mutual bond she failed to account for. Your body was designed to lapse into a coma when her heart ceases to beat. Eleanor, forgive me. His body is shutting down now, naturally. But if he dies of trauma, he will return elsewhere. Full restraints at all times. No one enters this room until he expires.
Father, it's me, Eleanor. I'm so sorry. Mother stopped my heart long enough to sever our bond. Staying near me won't stop you from dying now. Or worse. But I can still help you escape. This little sister's brought you something that will allow you to take control of her. I know this feels a bit strange, Father, but now you can see through her eyes and tell her where to go. This is how I brought you back without Mother catching on. Now, first, let's get you out of here. Crawl through the vent there.